episode of Sarcasm Speaks. It's me and Bobby again here today, and I want to jump in with this Area 51 bullshit. So this is another example of how the internet is great. There have been all kinds of memes going on over the last, honestly, probably like 2 weeks at this point. They've just ramped up.
So I haven't seen any until today.
Over the last couple days, yeah, I've noticed that they've gotten more and more. But they're all over the place, and I think it's fucking incredible. So, I forget the exact date. I want to say it's September 20th or September 21st or somewhere along those lines.
Shooting for the first day of fall.
Yeah. Oh wow, maybe that's what it is. Someone or some group of people created a Facebook event that is going to storm Area 51 in the Nevada desert. And like the subtitle on the group page name, whatever, is "They can't stop us all at once."
My only thought on that is they absolutely can.
Oh, they for sure can.
Like, they definitely can.
Yeah.
And probably will.
Oh yeah, I think there are something along the lines of like 8,000 people that have replied to this and said that they were gonna go.
No, it's more than that.
Oh, it's more than
It's
that.
like 500,000.
Oh no shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I think when I originally looked a couple weeks ago, it was like somewhere around like 8 change.
No, I think I saw something that was closer to 500,000.
Oh, well, that's going to be significantly more difficult.
Dude, 500,000 people aren't showing up.
No, absolutely not. But still, even if they did, I mean, we're kind of overpopulated anyway.
Thin them out.
It'd be a good way to, thin out the stragglers.
Like in Kingsman, killing off, big part of the population, kill the virus.
Yeah, why not, right? But I mean, how fucking stupid can some people be to think that like that's actually gonna work?
I don't know what they're looking to find. Actually, so here's a question. Do you believe that they have aliens and or alien things?
Yes, but not there. So I listened to the Joe Rogan episode with Bob Lazar and whoever his producer was or director for that movie, whatever, a couple weeks ago. And Bob Lazar was saying that even in the 80s when he was there, they didn't keep anything at Area 51. Or like they didn't keep the high profile shit at Area 51. They had it at this place called S4, which was like a little bit south of Area 51. So he was saying like that's where all this stuff was when I was there in the 80s. It's also for sure not there anymore.
Yeah, well, everyone knows Area 51.
40 years ago.
Yeah, I would say everyone knows Area 51. There's no way that if they had all this top secret shit, it's going to be anywhere that anyone knows.
No.
It's probably in our fucking backyard.
Honestly, it could be. Along with all the poison ivy that's right there.
Yep.
But yeah, so I mean, I feel like when we were younger, Area 51 was like this hot thing. Like everyone was talking. We weren't that far removed from the 80s when everything was like super crazy. But like from like 95 to like 05, it was like Area 51, aliens this, aliens that. Like we were fascinated with fucking aliens in Area 51.
You know why I think Area 51 was so popular?
Why?
The one of probably top 5 best arcade games ever.
Oh really?
Area 51.
Yeah, well there you go.
Just absolutely just lighting people up.
And then I don't know when the Roswell incident happened. Was that the 90s?
I have no idea.
Someone who's listening is going to be able to know that. They're yelling at me right now. They're like, how the fuck did you not know it was this year? I don't know. I wanted to say the first number that popped up was 1994 for Roswell. I don't know though.
Maybe.
Could have been, with my luck, it's probably like 1968. But then it just kind of stopped. Like people stopped caring about Area 51. And then they kind of went into like some other shit. And then like recently it just started popping up again. But like it's clearly, are you looking at Roswell? Was it 1968?
Dude, you were right on the money. It was 1947.
Oh, great. Yeah. Yeah. Right, double time.
Nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it. So yeah, no, it clearly wasn't that. But whatever it was in the 90s that was causing that craze was that honestly.
So
probably
in the 90s, they published 2 reports,
Oh, okay. All right.
like Air Force reports from 94 to 97.
Okay, so that's what it was. I knew there was something in that time.
Yeah, they released the reports about the Roswell incident, which happened
Right.
50 years before that.
Right. Yeah, they like to do that shit later. Like they just released the all the files from JFK last year. The dude died in 1963, so 56 years ago. They just released the files on it last year. They're like, yeah, enough time's gone by. I guess we can tell the general stupid ass public. But so yeah, I do think that aliens exist. Obviously, I mean, I think you'd be naive and a fucking asshole to think that we're the only living creatures in the fucking universe. Whether or not they've come in contact with us and what they look like, I don't know. Sure, yeah, I guess I'll believe that. Odds are, like, just sheer probability numbers. It's more likely than not, I would believe that something else is out there, and then also could possibly contact us. But depending on who you listen to, like that whole Bob Lazar guy was talking about how like they like reverse engineer the technology for fucking planes and shit like that. It's like that was the whole big thing about the stealth bomber when that first came out, like probably like late 90s, early 2000s.
So 1947.
Yeah, yeah. No, you know the stealth, like the big black thing that was like super flat. You remember?
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember, but.
But well, whenever you get a chance, you look it up. It's called the stealth bomber. Everyone said that looked like a spaceship. And like the more and more, like that guy was talking on Rogan, he was saying that like they had aircraft that was capable of, maneuvering in ways that wasn't like normal, because they were made out of elements that like existed but like didn't really exist. I don't fucking know. He started going into all this crazy shit, saying like element 115. The weird thing about this guy Bob Lazar is you listen to him talk, and it's super easy to be like, this guy's a fucking nut job. However, some of the stuff he was saying, like back in the 80s and the 90s, and what he still says now, actually holds up. So it's like, how do you completely dismiss someone who was right about some stuff? I mean, I don't think he was right about I don't know. I don't want to get into that, but it makes it super fucking interesting. But did you see the stealth bomber?
Yeah, it was first flight was 87, then introduced in 97.
Yeah.
You're right on that one.
Yeah, I know that dumb shit. But I don't know. You think there's aliens out there? You think we got anything?
I'm sure there's something. I just don't feel like they're here. So really, when I posed that question, I think you I think you threw a good pivot in before that. I don't think that there's aliens at Area 51.
No.
I don't think there's aliens or alien life there.
Yeah.
That was the point I was gonna make. Whether it's somewhere, I don't really care either. But
right.
I assume something else is out there. I mean, there's no way that we are like the end all be all, the best there is.
I fucking hope not.
I hope not. We're trying to raid Area 51.
Yeah.
Like, we think that's a good idea.
Yeah. A bunch of fucking idiots.
There's no way. There's nothing else out there.
Yeah. No, and that's the other thing too. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if whatever else is out there, aliens or whatever you want to call them, have contacted us at some point. I wouldn't be surprised. But you could also then make the argument, like, if we have, then they may theoretically also have super advanced technology that's like, allows you to travel at light speed in order to get from different places to different places. And why haven't we been able to figure that out yet if they've contacted us? I don't know. That's a good argument, but I don't know.
Other than that, I mean,
There's people way fucking smarter than me.
And that, yeah, and this will be short-sighted of me, but until it like really affects me,
yeah.
like until either like an alien
like crashes in our backyard,
shows up here,
yeah,
or we have to deal with them, or like something, I'm not gonna care until then.
Right.
It's one of those like I'll just be what's the word?
Blissfully ignorant.
Yes, I'll just be ignorant until it happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the word blissful with you.
I didn't say blissful. I just said.
I know. I just said blissfully ignorant. Just ignorant.
Although I did get a hot lead on the golf course, Blissful Meadows.
Yeah.
Here it's pretty fun, pretty
Where is
good.
that?
That's in Uxbridge.
Oh.
Did I ask you about that?
Probably.
Maybe. But I asked someone. He said it's fun. He's been there.
Okay.
Maybe check it out. I don't know how blissful it can be. It's golf.
Yeah.
Which actually I guess transitions well because I'm a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
And yesterday in the club championship qualifying, I shot fucking 86. I was ready to lose my fucking shit.
So par is 72.
Yep.
So that's 14 over. For those of you that are listening, they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yep. And now, not that I was expecting to do it again.
Right.
But I had shot 78 on Friday.
Right.
And believe you me, that's 6 over with mistakes.
Yeah.
So I'm out there thinking, I'm like, all right, so 78. If I can just put together like an 80,
right,
or God forbid, shoot better.
Yeah.
Then I'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, 86. Like fucking horror show. I couldn't do a goddamn thing right.
Yeah.
So I go and play this morning, playing Chris match play.
Yep.
And I shot 1 over. And that's because I missed a short birdie putt that was meaningless on the 9th hole because Chris was already out of it.
Yeah. And that was just through 9 though, right?
Yeah, that was 9. So I shot 1 over through 9, and had we been continuing, I hit every fairway. Like,
yeah.
Had we continued, I would have expected to be about 4 over or better.
Yep. Well, that's
psycho.
That's
so,
right?
Yeah, okay, and that's what people say, and I'm obviously fucking insane. So, I play that badly, and then what everyone wants to say, oh, it's just 1 round. Oh, it's just 1 round, like, you know.
Yeah.
Just didn't have it today. Okay, well, in rounds that have meant anything this year, Mass Am qualifying, didn't have it. Devil Ball tournament, didn't have it. Club Championship qualifying, didn't have it. Brockton City Open, didn't have it. So you guys can start to see why I'm getting increasingly fucking pissed. Now, I did shoot 78 in the Norwood Open tournament at Sharon, which is a weird. That's a weird thing. It's called the Norwood Open.
It's played at Sharon.
But it's played at Sharon and has nothing to do with Norwood.
Okay.
It's just
because there is a Norwood Country Club that does exist.
Yes, it's also a town.
Yes.
But it has nothing. I don't think it has anything to do with Norwood. I think they just call it that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no clue. But it was just all the people from Sharon Country Club playing in a Sharon Country Club tournament. So whatever.
Yeah.
I did shoot 78 in that. That was okay. But our team didn't do a goddamn thing. So that's why I'm getting. And then when me and Chris played the first round of the Evolution Cup, I was super hungover the first 9, and I played well the second 9. So I guess I have a round and a half.
Yeah.
Of
so the Evolution Cup is what you and Chris play.
Okay, so we've expanded it this year to 4 people. Me, Chris, a client, and then the physical therapist that works in house.
Right.
So me and Chris played to move on, and you gotta play the physical therapist. So it's me and I always say James. Yeah. Me and James. I think we have to play at Sharon, 18 holes match play. Okay. Whoever wins gets the Evolution Cup. I would like to expand it one day to actually like include some people and
make it like a legit tournament.
Yeah, make it like a fun thing or something like a legit tournament is a little deceiving because it probably won't ever be on like, you know, a statewide thing like the Southeastern Am.
Right.
But I'd like to get like some people in it.
Yeah.
Maybe like 16.
That's solid.
Probably at that point it wouldn't be match play, it would just be stroke. Maybe with handicaps, I don't know, because it's hard to include a lot of people knowing that me, Chris, and James are all single digit handicaps.
Right.
Other people are gonna be like, oh, I have to play you straight up. I'm fucking 20. No way.
Yeah.
But I've always kicked around that idea of turning it into like an actual golf tournament and putting it on. I just don't know exactly how that would work, when would be a good time to do it. Like figuring out the logistics.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd like for it to be something fun. So I don't want it to be like a scramble, because those are like charity things and
Right.
they're whatever. I just
That's
don't.
what I do.
Yeah, I don't like playing scrambles. So 2 a year is just about good for me.
Yeah.
But also like so you can go team best ball, sort of. That's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Some of us like to play like just like straight up, whatever. I would really like it to be like a bracket.
Yeah.
Because I think some match play stuff's real fun, but you just can't get people on the same day. I mean, if you were to do it, you could go 9-hole matches, but you're still gonna have to do it over multiple days.
Yeah.
And it would be like 9-hole matches, and then you have to figure it out after the first 9. So it's like a little bit of mayhem with that, but
It would have to be like you'd have to get people to block out back-to-back weekends.
yeah, it would be tough. Honestly, it would be tough.
Yeah.
So I don't think that might be in the card. So maybe just like a regular stroke play. But then if you maybe some handicaps, I don't know how to get everybody involved, honestly.
Yeah.
So maybe a best ball with handicaps is probably the easiest way to do it. Have it be a team thing. But right now that's what it is.
Yeah.
We might expand the field next year. We'll see. Because honestly, it's not hard if you can get 8 people on one day.
Right.
Whichever course you're at, call them up ahead of time. Be like, hey, is there any way I can get 2 foursomes? We're trying to do like a fun thing.
Yeah.
Usually they don't mind. It's 2 foursomes.
Right. Yeah.
And Sharon doesn't even have tea time, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
But so yeah, I guess I've completed 2 full rounds of OK golf. The second half of the first 18, because me and Chris tied after the first 18, which I think we talked about.
Yeah.
So we did a 9-hole tiebreaker today.
Yeah.
And we were tied going into the 9th. And then I prevailed. But
yeah.
So yeah, now I gotta move on, play James somehow, some way.
For the title.
For the cup, for ye old rum jug.
Yeah.
That's the trophy.
Now, are you gonna play at Sharon?
I think it's gonna be at Sharon.
Okay.
And well, I mean, so we're gonna invite the other 2 to come and play. Like they can like play a consolation thing. So it's like it's not so that it's not like, oh hey, thanks for playing with us. We'll just go play.
Right. Because I know they're members at Harmon.
Yeah. So we played the first round at Harmon. So I think the idea is play the second round at Sharon.
Okay. All right. That actually kind of makes sense.
Yep. Which I also thought wouldn't be a bad thing if we did like, and it doesn't have to be like day 1 day, like consecutive days or consecutive weekends or something. It was just like, all right, round 1 is at this place, round 2 is at this place. We have a 2-round score or something. Like so. Again, I've thought about some of that stuff, or go neutral site, or I don't know. So
Yeah. All right.
I've kicked around some ideas,
Yeah.
but I think the logistics of putting on like a full-on tournament is a little difficult.
That's still ways down the road.
Yeah, but I mean, even like a full-on tournament, I mean like 16 people, like four straight foursomes.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit easier to do, but still at the same time difficult, because you got to fill the spots.
That's now hang on, because I know in the last episode you made a comment about me saying, oh, what if real people plan things out 3 months in advance? Well, that's something that you would have to plan
a long time,
like 6 months out.
Yeah, a long time.
You'd have to like if you scheduled the tournament for like back-to-back weekends in like August, you'd have to tell people in like fucking April.
Yeah, back-to-back, like see, even that sounds terrible. It's almost like we would be better off playing once during the 4th of July time.
Yeah.
And then once during probably like Labor Day, which is like a weird gap to have, but who gives a fuck?
Right.
Just sit on your scores.
Yeah.
But like at least like those are common times where people generally have off. Or like, so we're gonna close the Friday before Labor Day, but now that the golf tournament doesn't come to Boston,
right,
and when it does, it won't be that weekend.
Right.
Like we're gonna close that day anyway, so that might not be a bad day to have it.
Yeah.
We'll do it Friday morning. We'll do it early. Before anyone wants to go do Labor Day things, anyone who's going to the Cape or whatever.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
That might not be a bad time, but I do want to figure it out. I think it would be fun to put a tournament on.
Yeah.
But I feel like it would also be hard to put a tournament on and compete well in it. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's the same thing with like doing a competition.
Well, so the way I think of it is, if it starts small enough where it's just 4 foursomes, And if it's gonna get any bigger than that, it's like this is where other people would come into play. Like having someone organize the tournament, having someone like get sponsorships if that's how we're gonna do it, like whatever.
Yeah, it makes sense. I was actually just looking earlier, and I was just curious, and I was like, I haven't played golf in a while. So I looked at my phone because I keep track of my notes of like the dates and where I played and what my score was. I haven't played since June 25th.
It's almost a month.
It'll be 3 weeks on Tuesday. It was 3 Tuesdays ago was the last time I played golf. It's been like a really weird couple weeks for me. I've been like...
Well, the whole week of the 4th of July was a
the whole week of the 4th I was on vacation. But I was planning on playing golf, but I ended up having to do other shit too. And then I just left. I like pivoted midweek and was like, fuck this, I'm just gonna go to New Hampshire for the rest of the week. I wasn't planning on doing that. And then last week I was like, I couldn't get out of my own fucking way last week. If you had asked me to like tie my shoes, I probably would have fucked it up somehow. Like last week was just not my week. I punted on that week. That it was just whatever. You know, sometimes you have one of those weeks you're just fucking not in it. I talked about it on the last show. Mentally, I just wasn't there. It was all kinds of other shit going on. I just wasn't right mentally. And then the week before that, the week before the 4th was that was the 25th. So that was the Tuesday that I played. So it's like I just haven't fucking played it'll be 3 weeks from this Tuesday. So tomorrow when this airs will be 3 weeks. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to play this week.
I don't think I'm going to be able to until Friday.
Yeah, this is weird for me because I came out of the gate so fucking hot. So I looked up until June 25th, I had played 30 rounds. So if I had continued on at the same pace that I had played last year for the rest of this season, I think I would have been on pace for 62 rounds. I had played 50 last year, and my goal was to beat 50 this year. And I don't even know. I want to say I'm going to at least get to 50. I feel like I can play 20 rounds in the next 3.5 months. But then again, going off the last 3 weeks, I don't know.
It depends on how you use September.
Yeah.
If you use September to your advantage, you'll be fine. And then if we get good weather in October, you'll also be fine.
Yeah.
We did not get good weather in October last year.
Yeah. I just get I get caught up in like random shit though too. So like yesterday I moved my mom all day. Next weekend I have my competition on Saturday, so that's a wash. I'm not golfing that day. The Saturday after that I think I'm gonna go hang out with Derek and Fia, see their new house finally.
Is that the first weekend in August?
No, it's the 27th.
Okay.
So then the week after that is the first week in August. And then after that is guys weekend. So it's like I'll at least play there. But like my weekends are quickly being eaten up for the rest of the summer. And
can you not get out during the week anymore?
I mean I can, but I don't know why I haven't.
Because you're actually going to the gym this year.
Yeah, because I'm in the gym. Because I'm in the gym twice a day.
Yeah.
And I don't have time to go to the gym twice a day and also golf. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe after my competition I'll have to try and plan a little bit better. But yeah, I just haven't really had it. Just like also haven't had it in me. Like I haven't had that like I gotta get to the course. Where like that's how I've been like forever. And again, like I said, there's been some other shit. Like I was on vacation last week, sucked. So like that was a whole thing. But I don't know.
Get your shit together, because we gotta play fucking Hyannis and we gotta play back.
Yeah. All right.
Like, get it the fucking together.
Yeah.
Or if Vinny comes with us, you two are playing up.
I'll play back. I mean, I'll play from fucking.
Yeah, but why would you do that to yourself?
I don't care.
You always like decide, like even on like specific holes, like where it truly doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, it's 205 pin. It's like, oh, well, my hybrid goes like 180. Okay, so go play up there. Nah, I got this.
For your
huh?
For reference, my hybrid goes like 200 now.
We'll see.
Or it did before I took a fucking 3-week hiatus.
We'll see.
Because I was hitting
This
the
was
six,
all-
I was
so
hitting the 6 iron
I'm
at
also-
175.
I'm also thinking of specifically the fifth hole at D-Dubs.
Yeah.
I remember talking, I'm like, dude, go hit up there. No, I got this. And it was like, not even close.
Yeah, whatever, fuck it. I don't really care. I know I'm not that good. Like
I know, but there's the difference between not being good and punishing yourself. Like you don't, just because you're not great doesn't mean you have to go out there and make it worse.
Maybe I'm a masochist.
I don't know, are you?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, well, solve that one.
I mean, probably not full blown. Like a little bit here and there. I'm gonna choke me a little bit, pull my hair, stick your finger in my ass, whatever. Do what you want. Push me around.
Spit on me, tell me I'm worthless.
Yeah, I'd probably draw the line at spitting on me, but you know, don't fucking like punch me in the face. That's I'm not into that. I gotta draw the line somewhere. I gotta have some self-respect.
Get some fucking golf in.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get my shit together.
Actually, I'll try to set something up for next Sunday.
Yeah, I was gonna go play today too, and then I was just like, fuck. I was just really tired. Like I slept from
I'm getting really mad.
10:30
And
until 9.
your train of thought is making me very angry.
Why?
Because it's like so lame. It's like, ugh.
I slept almost 12 hours last night.
So here's the deal.
I clearly needed it.
Hey, you didn't have a great week last week. If it was because you were going to the gym before and after work, okay, I got it. You got a competition coming up, and it doesn't leave a lot of room for golf when you're doing that, working and going to the gym twice. Gotcha. But I was like, I just didn't have it. It's like, come on, man, fucking nut up and get it.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm over that bullshit. I gave myself a couple days.
I know, but then even like today, it's like, I just didn't have it today. It's like, come on, see if there's anything down there.
So the reason why was because the only place I can play today would have been Pine Oaks.
Yeah.
On a Sunday when I got up. If I had gone, I wouldn't have made it to the course until sometime between 11 and 12 at Pine Oaks on a Sunday. I would have rather drank fucking bleach. It would have
4 o'clock.
It would have taken me 4 hours to play 9 holes.
4 o'clock.
Yeah.
That is like that is where because before I got memberships, I used to do the same thing and I was battling the same thing.
Right.
I used to go to Riverbend at 4 o'clock on weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be a couple people there. There might not be. It was 90 today. There's no one out there.
Right.
So you go out there, you pay the $20. It's all you can play. You do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like you gotta like find. No, I would never go at noon or 2 o'clock.
Right.
On a weekend to a busy public course.
No.
If you go to a nicer course, people are usually off by 2.
Right.
But I would never go to a busy public course like that. I would go late and just plan accordingly. Because I was home. If you were like, hey, can we record now? I want to go play golf at 5. I may have even gone with you. But that's what I used to do.
Yeah.
And that's how I used to plan it. And I used to go sometimes at 5:30. And I get it. If you're lifting after, I got it because you got your thing this weekend.
Yeah.
I would do the same. Like I would do the same thing. I'd ramp up for whatever I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But there is always options, no matter how busy some of these courses get.
Yeah.
There is an option.
Well, my thing, I also was, I was starting to spend a little bit more time in the office and like just doing shit and like hanging out, but like I could just not do that and just go play golf instead. Like it got to the point where like I was pretty much like
I'm only looking.
I was ghosting status. Like, so one of the people that I work with who's relatively new, actually she's super new. I think she's only been there for like a month. She said something to me like last week. She's like, "Oh wow, Jared, like, have you officially transferred offices? Like, are you out here all the time now?" And I was like, "Dude, I've been here. Like, my desk is here. My mailbox is in Worcester. Like, I've worked in Worcester for like." Considered Worcester my home office for over the last year." And she was like, "Oh, really? Like, I just didn't see you here that much before." And I was like, "Yeah, I was just like doing my own thing. And like, I decided to just spend a little bit more time in here hanging out with everybody over the last like 2-3 weeks." She was like, "Oh, okay, wow. Well, I had no idea." was like, yeah, well. So I mean, I could very easily just go back to that.
You need to sneak at least 18 holes a week.
Yeah.
2 sets of 9, 1 set of 18, whatever it is.
Yeah. No, I think that's a fair. That's what I was shooting for before. Once or twice a week is what I was. My goal was 1 to 2 times a week, consistently.
Yep.
But in other golf news, it's the Open week.
Open Championship week. So, Open Championship. Did my research. I'm ready for this preview. So,
Who you got?
Well, I don't have my pick yet, and this is gonna come out on Monday. So, because if it came out on Thursday, the first round would already be off.
Right.
Because it probably starts around.
Yeah, that's right. Because of the time change.
Plus, they have like an insane amount of daylight in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're starting probably around 1 a.m. our time.
Okay.
Something like that. So I'll put together my thing, but I wanted to do this today. So Rory McIlroy is your favorite because he's from Northern Ireland. It's in Northern Ireland. He holds the course record at Royal Portrush.
Oh wow!
And he set it when he was 16 years old.
No big deal.
Yeah, so whatever. I guess it's not even that good. Also, he's always the betting favorite right now. So that's just what you get with him.
Mm-hmm.
So people I'm looking at is always Bruce Koepka. Bruce. Always Bruce Koepka. Until he gives me a reason not to keep an eye on him, keeping an eye on him. I'm also still going to say DJ, although I don't think he's going to win it here.
Yeah.
But
well, isn't the only person that's ever played here Rory?
Some of the Irish dudes
probably
probably
the only
have.
person, like the people that matter, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, but they're all going to get their practice rounds in. And so the deal with the Open Championship is it's very weather dependent as to what's going to happen. Because typically they give you a lot of places to hit it. I mean, there's some places where you definitely can't hit it, where they grow at the fescue or some of the pot bunkers or whatever. I don't actually know Royal Portrush specifically.
Pot?
I'll be
like marijuana pot?
Nope. Bunkers that resemble a pot.
Oh.
Deep, small, circular.
Oh, not the kind that's full of THC.
Nope.
Dude, how crazy would that be if they put if like you could smoke weed on the PGA Tour? Do they drug test? They don't drug test, right?
They do, but they don't publish results.
Okay.
So, if some guy sometimes maybe doesn't play for 6 weeks, he may have got popped.
Wow.
So that was the thing when Dustin Johnson was like, "Oh, I'm going to take a leave for personal reasons."
Yeah.
Everyone was thinking he got popped on a cocaine test.
Okay.
So they don't publish suspensions.
Okay. They just have people disappear for a little bit.
Well, it's easy. It's like, oh, I'm going to take some time off because of my wrist.
Yeah.
Or I'm injured, so I'm going to take some time off for family. Like,
yeah.
You don't know if what they're saying is true or if they got popped or something.
Right.
But either way, I don't know where weed would stand. Is it still legal? Is it illegal everywhere?
No, it's fully legal in Canada.
Sorry. Is it still? Because I know in Massachusetts it's decriminalized. It's legal in Massachusetts.
It's legal.
Is it still illegal on a federal level?
Yes.
Okay. So my guess is that you can't smoke weed on the PGA Tour. It would be substance abuse.
Yeah.
Or
they could just choose not to test for it, because that's what the NHL chooses not to test for it. They tell their players, you can't do this, but wink wink, we're not going to test for it.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't exactly know what they do. It's so like hidden.
Yeah.
That you really don't know anything, but I assume everybody's on something.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's like the same thing, like how.
Well, you're a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I was saying the Olympics.
If people think that professional athletes don't use something, you probably also think we're the only people in the fucking universe.
Right. And like I wouldn't doubt that there's only like a couple of them that are on like a true anabolic steroid.
Yeah.
But just like people who shoot in the Olympics,
Mhm.
they get popped for beta blockers because it slows their heart rate down.
Right.
So you would assume that everyone's on Adderall or something along those lines.
Adderall. Would that make you? I feel like that would make you worse.
Focus.
Yeah.
Help you focus.
But it's amphetamine. That would.
Okay, so listen. I truly don't know.
I mean, you could make a cocktail. I don't know how those would necessarily interact. But
Don't people take Adderall so that they can just sit there and focus in on whatever they're doing and be like super attentive to the task at hand?
If you already have ADHD. So amphetamines are a weird drug. If you're a normal person and you take amphetamines, you're gonna be like coked out. You're gonna be like zipping and doing whatever. And if your brain is wired for ADHD and you take amphetamines, then it's gonna calm you down.
So why do people without a prescription get Adderall and then go hit the library like finals week?
Well, you can ask them how long they can actually sit there for. Because I used to do this all the time. When I was in grad school, I used to take all kinds of shit. Like I would take Vyvanse and I would take all that shit. And like I would be good for about 45 to an hour, and then I would have to get up and go do something. Like
I don't know, maybe
I'm jittery.
Okay.
So
yeah.
like I'm focusing, but I'm jittery as fuck.
Regardless.
My heart rate was probably elevated.
I would assume that they're all taking something.
Yeah.
Something for focus, something for like not Valium, but like something to relax them. They can't even swing. I assume they're all on something like that.
Yeah, I mean the beta blockers was a good one. I wouldn't be surprised if a bunch of them do that. Just keep the nerves
How do we
down.
get on that?
Oh, you said pop bunkers.
Oh God! Wow, that's how we got on.
I thought it was weed.
So, anyway, trucking along. So, I don't know what the deal is with Royal Port Rush. I don't know what kind of layout it's going to be. I assume it's a links course. It's going to play firm fast.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see some ridiculous shots and people running stuff in. If the wind kicks up, it's going to be real tough. If the wind doesn't kick up, then they'll just abuse the place like they always do.
Mm-hmm.
What usually wins at these places is ball strikers, and what ball strikers is typically described as is people who hit their irons well.
Okay.
So people who
Not people that like to strike balls.
No. So it's like strokes gained approach. So once they're off the tee, how they get into the greens.
Right.
So that was like Molinari last year. That was when Spieth was actually hitting the ball well.
Mm-hmm.
Stenson before that, Zach Johnson, like all these people are known for their iron game,
right.
or when they're winning their iron game, because Spieth sucks right now. So Roars is your betting favorite, 8-1. This is from golfodds.com, Jeff Sherman.
Okay.
He's 8-1. He's your favorite. I wouldn't worry about him. He needs to overtake and dominate a place, and the likelihood of that happening, I just don't think it's gonna happen right now, honestly.
Yeah.
The other deal with the Open is old dudes also do well. Old dudes and short hitters, because they get extra roll. You usually don't need driver, so they can hang.
Yeah.
Usually they can hang. So Koepka, I didn't love. Well, so outside of the fact that he just balls up and plays well when it's time for majors, and there's again no reason why you shouldn't pick him as your favorite. Then I was thinking, I'm like, well, he's just, he's kind of a bomber. That gets problematic on those courses because like sometimes the further you hit it, the more trouble you can actually get into because of the slopes and the run out and all that crap. But at the same time, if he just needs to hit 3-iron all over the place, he'll do it.
Yeah.
Do it fine. Here's the kicker. His caddy is his home course is Royal Port Rush. Koepka's caddy.
Koepka's caddy.
I don't know if he's a member or I don't know what the deal. I don't know if it's public or whatever. His home course is Royal Port Rush. He's been playing for 1 million years.
All right. So I should probably put some money on it.
10-1.
10-1. That's decent odds.
10-1.
I mean, for Bruce.
Well, so he's the second favorite.
Yeah.
Dustin Johnson's also 10-1. I don't love that. I don't think there's any value there.
No.
To be perfectly honest.
No.
But some other people that I'm keeping an eye on and not that I'm rooting for any of these people, but just people I'm keeping an eye on. Because so the Scottish Open was finished today, and usually you kind of look and see who's doing okay at the time, and 3 names that popped out to me was Henrik Stenson. He finished T4. He won in 2016 at the Open, and all he does is mash his 3-wood around and strike the ball better than anyone else. That's what he does. So he could be rounding into form right now. He's mostly been playing kind of like shit, but I thought it was interesting he finished T4 today. Justin Thomas also finished T4. He hits the ball fine. He can hit it far. He hits it well.
For a little dude, he mashes the ball.
Yes, he crushes the ball.
Yeah.
He actually jumps at it, like literally leaves the ground.
Yeah, he's like 5'8", like 160.
He's like 5'8", 145.
All right, great.
Maybe he tried gaining some weight. But
yeah.
He's like a little smaller than I am.
And he fucking nukes the ball.
Nukes it. Absolutely nukes it.
That's insane.
And then the world's best tipper, Matt Kuchar. So Kuchar finished T20 today. This is where he's been having a good year outside of tipping his caddy, and there was one other thing he did that was fucking stupid. I can't remember. He had like a rules violation kind of thing that he refused to acknowledge or something. But he finished T20. The way he played early in the year made me think that he was gonna compete in a major. So I'm gonna kind of stick by that. He finished second at I don't even remember where they played in 2017, where Spieth won. Okay. And it took Spieth going 5 under through the last like whatever holes to beat him. So he can do it. He hits the ball straight enough. He hits his irons well enough, and he putts. So I know putting isn't like the biggest thing in the Open, but someone has to putt well.
I think watching him is hilarious because he's like fucking 7 feet tall and his clubs are like 2 feet long.
Yeah, I think they're just normal sized, but
he's a fucking
so tall.
Giant.
Yeah.
It literally looks like he's playing with like a youth set.
Yeah, the pro I played with, the pro at my course, I played with him the other day, and his driver looked the same way. Yeah. I was like, James, you think that thing's cut down? He's like, nah, dude, he's like 6'3". Like, I think that's just a regular size. Or it might be like a 44, not a 46, something like that.
That's too funny.
But in terms of betting odds, so Stenson's 30-1, Kuchar's 30-1. Okay. And Justin Thompson's 25-1. Alright. So those are your like mid shots. Yeah. For your long shots,
where's Kiz?
Just go for your boy Kiz.
Kiz.
I assume he's 250-1.
Yeah.
I don't know how he was in Scotland this weekend. I don't know how he
love
did.
that guy.
Oh, and then anything that happened in the John Deere, disregard. No one cares.
Yeah. All right. Got it.
But so I think I don't like Tiger's chances whatsoever.
No.
He hasn't played, and that's my biggest concern. And I know he's the best ever, and he can go out there and he can put it together, but
I'm pretty sure in his including this event this weekend, his last 4 tournaments were just the 4 majors, right? Like he didn't play in between any of them.
He played,
unless he played in between the Masters and the PGA.
He played in the Memorial, which was between the PGA and the US Open.
Okay.
But he did not play between the Masters and the PGA, and he did not play between US Open and that. Right. So I don't like his chances whatsoever.
So in 4 months he'll have played 5 times.
Basically.
Or 5 tournaments. I should say.
So I'll still be rooting for him, and I hope he gets into contention because that would be sweet. Yeah. Because the British Open timing is the best. Ooh, that would throw a wrench into playing Sunday. Because the tournament ends at like 2, maybe 3 o'clock.
Right.
Here.
Yeah, the whole time change.
So I think last year we were doing bourbon for birdies with Tiger, right?
We were actually.
At like 11
Holy shit! I do remember that. Yeah.
It was like 11 a.m. drinking bourbon.
Him and Molinari were going at it. That's right.
Yep. Until the 11th hole when Tiger just fucking pissed it all away on a flop shot.
I remember that now. Oh
yep.
Yeah.
He was tied for. He had the lead.
Yeah. That's right.
So you can't count him out, but I wouldn't bet on him. I'll still be rooting for him, but I'm not overly optimistic about his chances. Yeah. I think the caddy thing is gonna be significant, but I do think it's gonna get overplayed. Yeah. In the next 3 days.
Well, obviously the media has to talk about something.
Yeah, I mean they do a pretty good job of like, so when you watch like live from, like I don't know, I'll try to watch it.
Yeah.
Like each night. I don't know if I'll actually get to it. I might be asleep. Fucking double shifting all week.
Yeah.
But like they do a decent job of like featuring certain things, but I think this is gonna be one where Koepka's caddy is going to be like, some people are gonna think it's like, well, his caddy knows the course. Well, so does Roar's.
Right.
And it's gonna come down to how like those two specifically, how they play the course, because they're both power players.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how Portrush is set up. I don't know if it allows for power.
Right.
Because Roar set that record when he was 16.
Right.
So
he didn't hit the ball as far.
No, he didn't hit the
16,
ball as far.
That he can now at 30.
No. So it's a little unknown because they haven't kind of played here before. This is actually also the first British Open that's not being played in Britain.
Really?
Yep, because Northern Ireland is not
Is no
British.
longer part of that whole thing, yeah.
Yep.
Are they upset about that? I feel like that's something
Who?
that golf people would get mad about.
No, because it's not called the British Open. It's called the Open Championship.
Oh, that's right. They changed the name.
Well, no, it's just Americans used to call it the British Open, and
Oh, okay.
that's unacceptable.
I see.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. The only thing that I'm concerned about is Loserville, like the Bernd Wiesbergers of the world.
Yeah.
Fucking Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah.
Like last year was Molinari. Like there's nothing to get excited about with those idiots.
No. I mean, I'm
And
sure.
I don't know if it's just because they're European.
Fleetwood usually hangs around though at the majors.
Yeah, and I mean he's fine, but so here's another thing with the Eurobombs is like when they'll play well in the majors, they'll play well in some of the WGCs. They typically don't win, so it's like these guys will have 0 wins on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
So why am I gonna get excited for them?
No, that's true.
And like I understand like the French Open's a good tournament, but I just really don't care if they beat Richard Sterney or fucking Andrea Pavon. Like I don't care.
Yeah. No, and also like that the casual golf fan doesn't give a fuck. I consider myself a casual golf fan, and like I'll get excited for the majors, and then like the big ones outside of that, like the Memorial, I like the playoffs, like those three, and then the Tour Championship. I'll watch the Waste Management. I'll watch the Players Championship. Like I'll do that shit, but like unless Tiger is playing on some random ass fucking thing, like I didn't even watch the Travelers. I don't think. I might have also been busy that weekend, but like it was like the first or second weekend in June.
Did I?
Tiger wasn't playing. I didn't care. Didn't watch it.
Yeah, it was the first tournament after the U.S. Open.
Like I'm a very casual golf fan. Like I said, like I watch the majors, watch the big ones. If Tiger's playing, I'll watch. Even if Tiger's playing and he's not in contention, I won't watch. Like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So like I really don't give a fuck if Tommy Fleetwood is running away with the thing. Like I'm sorry. Like it seems like a really nice guy, but like I don't care.
No, the only thing that bothers me with that is I do like the Sundays of majors.
Mm-hmm.
I do like to watch.
Yeah.
And I like to almost like appointment view it.
Yeah.
So it's like it does suck when it's like I'm watching fucking losers all there.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get behind the European guys. And it's just like it's hard to get behind a lot of the American guys.
I was just gonna say, even some of the American guys, like it doesn't even have to be that they're European. Like some of the American guys are fucking losers too. Like not a big Patrick Reed guy.
No one is.
I don't know. I mean, as much as I love Kiz, like,
but Kiz isn't good.
See, I would get excited if Kiz was doing well, just because I have this weird thing about Kevin Kisner.
That's because I told you to bet on him in the Players, and he held the second or the third round lead. Yeah. That's why.
But like guys like that,
he's not good.
Even the Americans, like I don't care.
No, and it's like so I can get behind like Matt Wolf, the new young kid. But he has to like prove his worth.
Yeah. I want it to be exciting. Like I've said this so many times on this podcast, like I like the person that's the showboat, that ruffles people's feathers, that's just a dickhead. Like give me Koepka, give me DJ blowing coke off of fucking Gretzky's daughter's ass before he goes out and hits a drive. Like give me Koepka who fucking punches his girlfriend in the face before he takes out, like, doesn't want to kiss. You know what I mean? Like, I love that shit. Like, I love the people that are, like, assholes.
But you know what? Roars is one of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
But no one cares because he's European.
Right. Give me even, who's this kid? Victor Hovland? He seems like a real fucking loser.
Hovland,
I could get behind
kid from Norway?
The kid, yeah, from Oklahoma State?
Yeah. Well, him and Wolf both played at Oklahoma State.
Okay.
So Hovland's the Norwegian kid.
Yeah.
He was the one laying down in the fairway.
Yeah, he was like all over. He was like, I like that.
He's fucked.
If John Rahm,
Matt Wolf is the one with the crazy swing.
Okay, I don't know him, but if John Rahm wasn't Spanish, I would love John Rahm because he fucking explodes, like throws his fucking clubs, like he freaks the fuck out. Like I love that, and that's entertaining. I just want to be entertained. I just want something to laugh at, something to be like, that guy's an asshole.
So I'll even say, so the biggest robot out there is probably Henrik Stenson.
Yeah.
When him and Phil played in
Scott.
2016, Adam Scott's the worst. There is nothing likable about that guy.
No, except his beautiful
Have you
swing.
seen his golf swing? So when Henrik and Phil played in 2016, they were like within one stroke of each other.
Yeah.
But both of them were like 6 strokes ahead of anybody else.
Yeah. I love Phil too. As much as like the whole Tiger Phil thing, Phil's a degenerate gambler. He fucking talks so much shit when he's out there. He'll like make Instagram videos like talking shit. Like I love Phil.
You know what the problem is with him?
What?
He fucking sucks when he can't suck.
Well, yeah, but that's.
And I know he's old now, so fine.
Right.
But his entire career has been defined as fucking up when he needs to not fuck up.
And that's fine. I don't care. Like I'm looking at it from like an entertainment standpoint. Like I enjoy watching films.
I know, but now you can't even watch him anymore because he fucks it all up.
Yeah.
But like in 2016,
he's done by like fucking 11 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yeah.
He tees off at 6 a.m.
Or it's as simple as
if he makes the cut.
He'll make like birdie. He'll make this like incredible up and down. Then he'll like 3-putt for bogey and then make a double. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, the most entertaining outside, I mean, the last Masters, that was great.
Oh yeah.
But like Phil and Henrik went toe to toe, and Henrik shot 63 in the final round, and Phil shot 65.
Yeah.
So they dueled it out, actually went toe to toe, actually made some birdies, put some pressure on each other, didn't fuck anything up.
Yeah.
No one was even remotely close to either. I think they finished 9 shots ahead of the next guy.
Oh wow.
And Henrik won by 2. Like that day, that was great. Like just watching 18 holes.
Yeah.
It was like almost watching 18 holes of match play.
Yeah.
And you're rooting for Phil because you don't want the Swedish guy to win.
Right.
So, but then he's just like, bam, 3-wood, 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 3-wood. He just hits his 3-wood from like 2010. It's not even like, it's like with all the adjustable clubs that are out there, it's not even adjustable. He just hits his 3-wood over and over and over and over. And like that was great to watch. But now it gets tough because you just get sucked. Like what golf needs is the popular Americans need to compete kind of at the same time. You need Koepka and DJ to go toe to toe like they did at the PGA. Were we in the car that day? Were you with me?
I don't remember.
I think it was after Chemwa. And I'm like
okay.
driving like a madman to get home. Because I hear DJ's going on a run.
Yeah.
And then what happens? He fucking bogeys the next hole. It's like, come on.
I do remember that, yeah.
But it's like if we want it, like if you, like I know my guy Rico, like if we want Ricky Fowler to be so goddamn popular, he needs to get out there and be relevant on a weekend.
Right.
He's not relevant, ever.
Right.
He's either shooting a great round from being too far back, or he fucked it up on Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
So.
Like I like
the best thing would be like
their old little bromance that they used to have going on with Rico, JT, and Spieth, and then Smiley Kaufman. When they used to go
missed
on
like 17 straight cuts.
Oh god. When they used to go on little like
SB2K
bro trips together and just get like fucked up and like rip fucking Bud Lights while they're on the course and they're playing golf shirtless and fucking swim trunks. Like I'd get behind that. Like again, that's entertaining to me. Like,
they're all married now.
That's what I mean. Like now they're
like the week after the Masters. I think they were at Spieth's wedding.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jaime.
Oh, Jamie's back.
So, yeah, I don't know. With it would be really nice, like if you could get actual people competing against each other. Like
Yeah.
if Tiger and Koepka were kind of like floating around.
This sounds good.
This should be good.
So, dude, how you doing?
My AC's on?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're
We
cooling
had
down
some-
the
It's
wall.
nice in here.
Yeah, we had both ACs on upstairs and this one down here, and everything was like comfortable. It was
It's
great.
really nice in
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Nice gash on your ankle.
I had to dive. I was diving. My neighbor
Where'd you die?
wrapped up a lobster pot and I had to dive and cut the line off his props
Oh shit.
for like 4 hours.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah, sick.
Did you go like full scuba gear, bro?
No, just a mask.
Oh, awesome.
Mask and a knife.
Because you're a real man.
So when you go diving to like cut that like line, do you have like the James Bond like little oxygen breather thing?
I wish. I could barely hold my breath. I go down there. They're like, what are you doing? I can't breathe. I could have swore I could hold my breath for at least a minute. Try like 5 seconds.
Going down for like 30 seconds at a time.
God.
Oh man, that's good shit. Well, speaking of good shit, well, I guess this isn't necessarily good shit, but I moved my mom yesterday, and so moving sucks. That fucking blows.
Moving's the worst. Like the
But
absolute worst.
I acquired some old dumb shit, and then I had some old dumb shit still in boxes in my room from when she closed her storage unit. So I just decided like earlier today to like go through it and like just start either throwing shit out or like doing organizing, whatever. So I had a bunch of books and everything, so I'm going through and I'm like, all right, this is trash, I'll put this on the bookshelf, whatever. And I found all my old shit from like growing up, like my high school transcripts and like my fucking report cards and shit, and then those gay awards you get at the end of your senior year for like
Nerd.
like MCAS and like whatever else was dumb. I was a huge fucking nerd.
Nerd.
So I was looking at my
I don't think I got any of that stuff.
dude, I was a huge fucking loser.
Okay, so I walked into MCAS,
Yeah.
and when they were like, yeah, MCAS, you want to do really well. All right, why? Like, what does it do?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, if you do well on it, you'll get the Abigail Adams
Yeah, the tuition thing.
tuition
State
thing.
school, yeah.
Yeah, tuition for a state school. So I was like, okay, let me
Which
go
at that
look.
time was like $700.
I was gonna say, I looked it up. Bridgewater's tuition was $900
Yeah,
for
exactly.
a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not even a semester. $900 a year.
Yep. No.
So I looked at that and I
got
go,
the
well,
same one.
that's a joke.
Yeah.
So I did just enough on MCAS to get through it, and
Because you had to pass in order to get your diploma.
but I wasn't gonna not pass.
Yeah.
Like, I would have had to try harder
to
not to pass.
Yeah.
than to pass.
Yeah. So yeah, I found all that shit, all those dumb bullshit, like whatever senior awards and shit, and that's what I was saying. So I looked at my my report cards from I've had my freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year. So my freshman year, I was only absent once all year. My sophomore year was twice. My junior year was once, and then my senior year I think was 9. So I more than doubled the 3 years absences just in my senior year. And I think of the 9, if I remember correctly, 4 of them were in the 4th quarter. So that was like just me being like, I'm fucking done with this.
Yeah,
I'm so done with high school.
You just claim to go to
Yeah.
a college, so they excuse it.
Yeah. And then so yeah, I found all that shit. And then I found like my old like yearbooks and shit. Like I found like my middle school yearbook, and I found my high school yearbook and all that shit, and I was looking through that, and it was actually like really kind of interesting to like look through them and like see the things that people wrote and all that stuff, like without getting too fucking gay and fucking soft. It was kind of cool to like read them and like see what some of the teachers wrote and be like, oh wow, or like even some of like my friends from high school that I might not have necessarily talked to since high school or since, you know, fucking 7 years ago. And it's like, oh wow, like that was cool. Like just, I don't know, just reading some of the shit that some of the people said was kind of cool. Made me feel a little bit better after a real shit fucking week last week.
So, if I was to find mine, I know that there wouldn't be anything similar to what you said in there. There would only be dumb shit.
Well, don't get me wrong, there was a fair share of dumb shit.
I mean, only.
But there was a lot of like kind of sentimental stuff too.
I don't know. Actually, it might be interesting because I know not everyone I associate it with is a huge piece of shit like me. So some people may have. That would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
But I would be actually more interested to find a impossible to discover database of what I wrote in other people's yearbooks.
Yeah. That's the real treasure.
That would be phenomenal.
So I, in my middle school yearbook, my 7th grade social studies teacher, shout out to Miss Saxton. I don't know where the fuck she is now. Who knows? Whatever.
Cage fighting.
She wrote this she literally took up an entire page in my middle school yearbook. She was super fucking cool. She was really nice. Obviously, I had her in 7th grade, and that was the year that my dad died, and all that shit went down. So like, she literally filled an entire page writing in my yearbook, and I read that, and I was like, wow, like that was really cool. Like when I was 13 or 14, I was like, oh yeah, cool, Miss Saxton, she's hot. Like I kind of want to bang her. But like now at 27, and I read that, and I'm like, wow, that's like really fucking nice. That's like such a nice thing to write for someone, and to like be able to go back and read that, and I was like, oh wow, that's fucking awesome. Like she was really fucking cool. She's probably still hot, and I'd still probably bang her. But like, I can at least put it in a little bit more perspective.
I can't imagine there's anything like that in any of my yearbooks. Because I was probably, because this will sound like the most proper character trait of mine. I probably didn't ask a single person to fill it out. I just waited for people to be like, oh, you want me to fill it out? Yeah, sure, here you go. Or like, hey, let me fill yours out, and then they were like, oh, I'll take yours too. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
like I have a feeling that there's no way that I asked anyone to hit mine. It just probably either kind of happened, or was like a trade-off thing. Like, I don't know, but I know I didn't fucking ask anyone.
Justin just left.
Yeah. Huh. I kind of want to see if you have yours now. You should ask your parents.
We have to get it tomorrow.
If I, fuck, where would it be?
I would assume that's probably usually like a basement thing or an attic thing.
I feel like it's in my bedroom.
That's also a fair place for it too. Yeah.
Where?
I don't know.
Alright, so bring back his
Underneath the
tomorrow.
porn collection.
What the fuck year is it, dude? I had computers.
Alright, that's fair. But yeah, so that was kind of cool. That was literally all I had to say about it. It was just I found my old shit. I was looking through all that. I found like a bunch of old pictures, like when I was younger.
Yeah, he just left.
Might have been for like my 15th birthday or whatever.
Yeah, just
my buddies Dave and Larry like made me this big giant fucking collage thing with like a bunch of pictures on it, and it was like us growing up and like pictures of like and just literally everything of like us as friends and, and fucking dances and some pictures of like me and my dad and then like my mom, and there was one really funny picture of my dad when he was probably like 24, and he was just fucking shit faced. And he was with Dave's mom because they were all friends growing up. And they used to go away and party like at fucking Loon Mountain and just tear shit up at like the ski resorts and shit.
I just found out
and that's what you did in the 80s apparently. And it was hilarious, and I was like, holy shit, he's got a giant beer gut, and his like hair's all fucked up, and he's just holding a Bud Light. So it was funny, like looking through all that shit, and then I had to like organize the rest of my room, and I was like, oh, this is fucking dumb. I don't want to do any of this anymore.
That's good. You have friends that aren't complete pieces of crap. Everyone knows who my friends are. They've all been on this podcast.
Yeah, I never actually realized like the extensive web of friends that I've accumulated. Someone said that to me. Oh, I think it was Liz. I doubt she's probably listening to this right now, but if she is, we'll shut up. She said something to me like a couple weeks ago and was like, you have so many friends. And I was like, what do you mean? I don't have a lot of friends. Because like just the running joke is like we don't have friends. It's like the fucking 7 of us that have been on the podcast here, and like that's pretty much it. But I do have like other people that are my still close friends that I just don't get to see that much. Like obviously Derek and Matt, shout out to both of them. They live
What's up, Derek?
different states.
Yo, fuck that.
And yeah, like what Jamie said, fuck that. And then like my friends from college, and then fucking my other friends from high school, like Dave and Larry, and growing up, and Ryan and all them, and Tony. Like I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh shit, I guess I do kind of have a decent amount of friends. The entire time I was like, yeah, no, I don't have any friends. I only have 6 friends. There's just the group of 7 of us. But apparently there is more.
Strange concept.
Yeah, so I was.
It's actually pretty funny. I was on Facebook the other day, which is always weird. Like it always puts me in a really weird place, like real weird.
Yeah, I try and check Facebook once a week.
I try to do less
That's it.
because I can't always handle what's on there.
Doesn't that guy lock his gate?
But even then, I'm like looking through it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot this person exists. This person forgot about this person. Definitely forgot about that person.
Yeah.
And it is weird. It's like, I know all of these people well enough where if I had to talk to them about something, it wouldn't be that. Like it would be out of the blue.
Yeah.
Like I've definitely known these people. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, too bad I don't need them for anything. They're all fucking married or have kids and shit. So
That was the game I was playing today, looking through my yearbook.
I'll find out tomorrow.
Because I was flipping through the pages.
Who still has the same last name?
Yeah, and I was like, let's see, who's married, who's dead, who has kids.
That would be an interesting one. See who's dead.
Yeah.
Especially because
there's a couple.
my yearbook would have the class of 09.
Yeah.
Where a lot of them dropped.
Yeah.
A lot of them dropped.
Yeah.
Like not only like you just assume heroin, but
right.
Not actually none of them. I'm sure there's a couple, but
yeah.
Like a lot of them had like their own things.
Yeah. I also, my middle school yearbook, the one I was looking at, was the year that do you remember Ashley? Ashley
Yep.
Burns? She died.
Yep.
That year.
I remember that.
Because I was flipping through that, and then we had the tribute page, and I was like, oh wow, fuck, like that was nuts, dude. I forgot. That was 2005. That was 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Well, now at the gym, there are people who are coming in who were born after I graduated high school.
Shit.
So if I get a 10-year-old,
Yeah.
some of them are starting to be born in 09.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yep. So I was in college when these people were born.
Wow. We're getting fucking old, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think I like that.
I'm okay with it.
I
I don't know, man. Like the older you get, the less people expect from you.
I feel like that's not necessarily true.
It absolutely is true.
I feel like there's a sweet spot where people expect a lot of things from you, probably between like 25 and 45, and then once you get past 45, people start expecting less, but...
I don't know, maybe I just set a really good precedent. People don't expect anything from me. I don't know, when you're like 25, people think like you're supposed to do all this shit. And by the time you're 29, it's like, okay, well, I guess he is who he is.
I mean, that part's actually probably pretty accurate. Maybe this is the wrong audience, but I was actually talking about this at work the other day, and I was like, I've been, for the longest time, vehemently against, like, having kids and, like, getting married and, like, all that bullshit. Like, well, in and of itself, we did a whole episode, or half an episode, on why marriage is a scam.
Marriage is a scam.
I still feel that way, so don't get me wrong. But the whole, like, I was just resigned to the fact that I was just going to be a bachelor, like, just live a George Clooney life without, you know, the looks and the money. And I would say, like, maybe, like, 6 months ago, I had, like, a slight attitude shift. And, like, more recently, I've probably been more of, like, I feel the need to protect something. You know, like...
Do you want to bury a bunch of gold in the backyard?
But no, like, did you not, you never felt that way?
Do you know who you're talking to?
I know, that's why I said this might be the wrong audience. But I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. Like, I don't want to use, So when I was having the conversation, the way it just worked out was I said like sometime around March. I don't want to like pretend that like, oh, all of a sudden I turned 27 in March and now I'm fucking want to be a dad. Like that's not what happened. But like I feel more of like I need to like do something. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what it is. Like
What do you want to do? Climb a mountain?
no, I feel like more of like a paternal instinct
Oh boy.
kicking in. You know what I mean? Like I like.
So when are we getting a dog?
I don't grow a horse.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up with a dog soon or some stupid fucking thing. Well, hopefully I don't. Well, I mean, I don't know. I was gonna say hopefully I don't end up with a kid, but.
You guys want a horse?
Oh, yeah, you want a horse? Jamie wants to know.
Well, my final thought is about what I do want.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's just me.
Well, I would say it definitely ain't me.
Yeah.
But I also, I mean, I guess part of the thing is, I also don't, and this is something I've always done, is I don't think about shit like that. I just kind of take what comes to me and I just do what I want to do when I want to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not like, oh, like, rebel without a cause. No, like, I go to work when I'm supposed to, and
Yeah.
but like, I'm completely unconcerned with really anything.
So on the video
Except
show, you can see.
My golf game.
But for those of you on the audio show, that noise was that Bob had lost so much interest in my paternal instincts kicking in. He's been flinging around the wine opener. So that's something that if you wanted to watch on the video show, you could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that noise. If you can hear it.
I'll put it down, fine.
Oh no, I'm not telling you to stop. I'm just letting them know what it was.
Okay, hey, Dad, I'll put it down.
Ah, fuck. Jesus Christ.
I'm never gonna let you live this one down now.
Oh, fuck. Can we wrap this up?
We can. So, if you really want something to take care of, this is my final thought. I'm going right into it.
Yeah.
So, if you really want something to take care of, my vote is for goat.
Go.
I think we should get a goat.
Yeah.
But actually, I guess goats don't really like to be alone, so we're gonna have to get 2 goats.
Oh boy.
So, we're gonna get 2 goats, and they're gonna eat all the poison ivy out of the backyard.
Okay.
Because I found the culprit of my poison ivy outbreak.
It's
And
the
there is an
backyard.
absolute fuckload of it in the backyard. Like,
Okay.
fuckload. Like, there's a lot. And that's where me and Vinny dragged the fucking tree
Right.
that we hacked up and Dickie was jumping into
Mm-hmm.
on the 4th of July, the 3rd of July. So I think that's the culprit.
Okay.
Was all the poison ivy back there. Definitely on the fucking stick. But
So I wonder if Vinny got poison ivy.
he might have. I was gonna fact check that, but then I didn't. So if we get a goat, we need 2 goats. So if we get 2 goats, they'll go eat all the poison ivy. Now the only problem,
Will they die afterwards?
no, they'll be fine. They can eat poison ivy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I didn't want to get goats to eat the poison ivy until they die.
Well then that.
Then we have to clean up goat.
Well, that would solve 2 problems. They would then eat the poison ivy, and then it would take care of the ghosts that I don't want to take care of.
No. You have this new instinct. You want to take care of the goats. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the goats are gonna do all the yard work for us, which is great.
Okay.
And because you're so concerned about taking care of something, you get to figure out how to get the poison ivy oil off of them. Because when they're like rummaging around in there, like they don't get poison ivy. Like they can eat it and have it on them, whatever. But then if you touch them, it's still on them, so you'll get it. So you get to not only care for the goats, you also get to figure out how they aren't going to give us poison ivy outbreaks all the time.
Okay. Well, I would say probably just let them eat all the poison ivy in the back, and then just, I don't know, target practice.
I mean, we have the technology. This doesn't really align with this whole paternal instinct thing. I'm giving you a layup right now.
Well, they're not for goats. I don't like goats. I also actually hate goats. They're my least favorite animal.
What the fuck do you know
Least
about
favorite
goats?
animal?
Yes. They're the animal I loathe the most. I hate them. I hate goats.
What is there to hate about goats?
They're terrifying. They have sideways eyes that are just slits. Anytime you see a scary movie and there's goats in it, the goat's always the devil. It's just not good. It's not a good. I don't like goats. I just don't like goats.
Now I kind of want them more.
I would shoot them. I would. They would not be allowed anywhere near.
Can
this
they eat the
house.
poison ivy first?
Sure. Yeah, they'll eat the poison ivy first, and then.
Alright, so what if I fence off just like out back so that they actually can't come towards you?
Okay.
They can only go where the shit is I want them to eat.
Okay, and neither of them can be black. No black goats. I don't fuck with black.
Racist.
That's not even what I was getting at, but that's awesome. Literally didn't even realize that as I said it. No, because all of the said horror movies that I just mentioned, they're always the black goats because that's just what happens.
You ever see the?
You can have brown goats. I'm fine with brown goats and white goats.
Probably not because you hate goats.
I hate goats.
And you ever see the videos where the black goats usually just running around being a jackass, like kicking over the other goats and hopping over the other ones?
Right, because they're evil. Goats are fucking evil.
Just
I don't
black
like
goats?
them. Just black. Well, all goats suck, but the black goats are the ones that you have to watch out for.
Right, so actually getting goats to do the yard work is actually a thing.
Yeah, people do that.
Yeah, and like Amazon's gonna start renting them. Like I think they're doing it in Seattle right now. And I mentioned this to one of my clients because they think I'm fucking crazy too. And I said it. I was like, oh, I want to go get a goat to like do the yard work. She goes, oh my god, I want to rent a herd of goats too. It's like
Jesus Christ.
She's like, I've always wanted to do that. Like I think that would be so cool and like whatever. I'm like, yes, let's get goats. So I'm like, yes, when you find the goat rental store, you let me know because I want to rent some goats. I gotta get rid of some poison ivy. There's a fuckload of it back there.
Yeah.
And I've never really seen poison ivy until like today, where I was like, I was out there.
For it, yeah.
I was out there and staring back there. So I'm like, where the fuck? I'm like, there's no way that I got this much poison ivy, at least, especially on my elbow.
Mhm.
There's no way I got that much from either looking for a golf ball or walking in to take a piss on the golf course.
Right.
So I wasn't really sure where it came from because I was just, like I said, we didn't really go into the bush and shit here.
Right.
So, but me and Vinny dragged the stick out that was in poison ivy, just sitting there marinating.
Well, you
So
know
it
what's
was probably
good, too,
on the
is
stick.
we also burnt that, so we all breathed in poison ivy smoke.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might got most of the oil on me.
You took care of that.
Honestly, I know you're not supposed to burn poison ivy the plant.
Yeah.
I don't know how much was on that stick. I mean, enough for me to fucking
Right.
break out bad.
Right.
But really, it was just here, so it really might not have been a ton. And obviously, I was stepping in it, so that explains my ankles.
Yeah.
Plus, I didn't wear a shirt the entire night, so that would be why some of it spread to like my torso.
Yeah, your kidney scar.
Yeah. I don't know what about that one though. I don't know how that caught me. But, so we're getting goats. That's good news, because you love goats so much.
Yeah. Well, whenever you rent the goats for the day, make sure.
I ain't renting them for just a dude. They can't eat all that in just a day.
Sure, they can. Why not?
We might need a whole fall harvest.
Jesus.
I told you I was gonna fence them off.
I don't like goats.
I'm getting goats.
Fuck off.
You get
What eats goats? I'm gonna get a wolf.
wolves.
Oh god, like everything eats goats, isn't it? Like aliens, Area 51.
Oh yeah, aliens bringing it full circle here.
I think they ate the goats.
I'm gonna
Norwegian
buy
black metal bands, they kill goats. You could bring a Norwegian black metal band here.
Yeah. See, that's the other thing too. They're always involved with like satanic rituals and shit. I don't fuck with goats.
Well, that's because the Satanists are killing them. So
Yeah.
you're a Satanist and a racist.
Oh.
Yeah, great. Bring a child into this world. Yeah, good. Great. Satanist racist trying to raise a kid.
Yeah. No, definitely. That's 1000% me.
I mean, that's the conclusions I just drew. You hate black goats, racist. You're concerned, you want to kill the goat so badly, just like the Satanists.
Okay. All right. Well, I see what you're getting at there.
Yeah. Look at that. You didn't even know that about yourself.
I didn't.
We are doing a lot of self-identification today. What you think you want
Yeah.
is paternal instincts and kid or whatever the fuck you want to do. What you really want to do
Is become
is praise Satan.
Okay. Well, I think I know what I'm doing. Jesus Christ. How do we get down these roads?
That was a good pivot off my final thought.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I really did.
That was good stuff. So, yeah, all right. Now I don't even want to say the words in order, just in case someday this ever gets picked up or something, and then they're trapped out there. Someone like takes the clip and just plays it of me saying.
I'll just accuse you. You are a racist Satanist that hates animals.
All right, sick. We're gonna have a battle. Do you want to have an animal battle?
Well, I mean, if we're doing this for a battle, I'm gonna get something better.
Well, you have to start with goats. We have to escalate. you buy goats. Then I buy wolves, and I let the wolves loose. And then you have to buy something that's gonna eat the wolves, maybe like a bear. And then I'll buy like a dinosaur. And then
Go on.
And then you can buy Chris Pratt. And then I'll buy
Chris Pratt.
Does he die in any
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like, we'll just keep escalating.
That's weird though how it went full circle, because you went to the top with dinosaur, but then went back to human.
Yeah. Well, because Chris Pratt beats dinosaurs.
I know why you said it.
Yeah.
Personally, I would have chose Jeff Goldblum, but anyway.
Alright, that's fair. Yeah. But then...
Man, fuck Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, God. Well, I'm just gonna get to my final thought before we just get fucking... We do a whole nother hour just talking about dumb shit.
You say that like it's not what we talk about anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess we had some real talk.
Yeah. Hashtag real talk. So I had made a joke about this last week. Again, I kind of sound like a huge fucking bitch, like bitching about this now. This is like the 4th time I brought it up. But, so we talked about astrology on one of our previous episodes. I don't know which one. Probably like in the 20s or the 30s at this point.
It was right around some time of like mid to late April.
Okay. Yeah, so like some episode 30-ish. This is going to be 58 or 59? I don't know, we're close to 60. So anyway, we started talking about astrology, and I know we did that whole spiel on that stuff. But so like, I'm in the midst of last week that was like just shitstorm of whatever, and I had just said like out of jest, Mercury must be in retrograde this week. Everything is fucked up.
If you're gonna bring a father into, or if you're gonna bring a kid into this world, you need to be a little bit stronger than this.
Somebody responds and goes, "Oh my God, you follow astrology?
Mercury is in retrograde.
Mercury is in retrograde." And I was like, "Oh fuck, oh fuck, what did I just do?" Turns out July 7th, which was that Monday? Last Monday?
The 8th.
So whenever
Last Sunday.
July 7th is when Mercury entered retrograde. And it is going to be in said retrograde until July 31st. So I'm trying to like keep last week as last week and just start this new week and be like, get over your fucking shit and stop being a fucking bitch about everything.
Please do. I'm getting kind of pissed about it. It
really
makes me
but if it continues, if it continues through this week, then you're gonna have a black goat's head in your bed afterwards. Then I'm just gonna blame it on Mercury being in retrograde,
man. What does Mercury being in retrograde even mean?
I don't know. I just know that people blame it on everything bad that happens. I have no idea.
So you're gonna blame. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna basically let me. So starting with last week, you're gonna be a complete bitch.
Yes.
Until the end of July.
Potentially.
And you're gonna sit here and you're gonna blame it on Mercury being in retrograde.
Yeah, of course.
So instead of sacking up,
because it's not my fault,
reaching down and finding a couple acorns and fucking getting the fuck over it.
We're like cashews at this point. It's no acorns. Oh
then
God.
I have to deal with this terrible week. Whoa, like what the fuck? Everyone has a terrible week.
It's Mercury, man.
Everyone has terrible
weeks.
weeks.
In retrograde.
God, I'm not listening to this. If you start fucking coming at me with shit weeks and shit days. Actually, especially next week. If you wanna trade off, by all means.
Yeah, I know. You gotta work doubles.
I'll trade.
That's lame.
And outside of my normal pissing and moaning. Yeah. You won't hear a fucking word from me.
Okay.
Good thing I piss and moan a lot to
Yeah,
begin
you
with.
set the. Yeah, I was gonna say our standards are set a little bit different. Like I'm typically a little bit more cheerful. So
I
when
actually-
I'm not. Everyone's like, all right, dude, shut the fuck up.
I actually bitch more when it's completely unwarranted.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not pissing and moaning about whatever's going on, then something's probably actually bothering me. Is that normal?
Yeah, no, definitely. You definitely want to bury everything deep down inside you. That's what I do with all my problems.
That's what I was thinking. I always thought that was the way to go.
Yep. Yep. You just keep pushing it lower and lower.
Yeah,
and
but the
lower.
best part, but I'm doing everyone else a favor because no one gives a fuck about my problems.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Just like no one gives a fuck about anyone's problems because everyone has their own problems.
Exactly.
So that's the way to handle
Like
it.
Mercury being in retrograde.
These aren't real problems, Charlie.
That's a fucking problem.
It's like eating too much glue. These aren't real problems, Charlie.
In what scenario do you eat the cat food?
Always eat the cat food.
Yeah. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Thanks everybody for watching. If you're on YouTube, I don't know why you want to watch us do all this dumb shit, but you can see Bob spinning the fucking wine cooler thing. Thanks for
It would be
listening.
a wine corker, I believe.
Yes, the wine cork remover, decorker. Is it a decorker?
Well, I think isn't just a cork
Wine opener.
or a corker. Wine opener works.
Or a corkscrew. A wine corkscrew.
It's a corkscrew.
Yep, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe that's it.
Hey, we just workshopped that. All right. Fuck you, Mercury.
Yeah.
You just came up with the name of that fucking thing.
Let's fucking go!
Yeah, see, starting this week off. We're fucking.
Starting out on a high note.
Dude, how can you have a bad week during Open Championship week?
I don't know.
You are setting yourself up to have a shit week.
No, I'm
and
not.
Fucking bitch about it.
I am
You absolutely are.
gonna have a great week. This is all self-positive talk.
I mean, you have to lie
Positive
to
self-talk. I'm gonna have a great fucking week. This is gonna be incredible. I'm gonna grab this week by the fucking balls, and I'm gonna suck them.
Wow.
Dad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking choke this week down, and I'm gonna swallow because I'm not a fucking quitter.
You guys should stop this podcast.
Dad. You're flying off the handle.
Oh shit. This is
Till next
what
time.
happens.
Till next time, folks.
What'd you say, Jamie?
Till next time, folks.
Until next time. Let's quick
We'll have to
run.
follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
At Sarcasm Speaks Pod.
Yeah. On Twitter, it's sarcasm_speaks.
My shirt's in.
Yeah. If you're watching the YouTubes right now, Bob's wearing the shirt. It's the most comfortable fucking shirt in the world. Shout out to,
Probably the most comfortable shirt ever.
Yeah, shout out to Next Level. They make great shirts. They also make our shirts. So, whatever. What are you waiting for? Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Thank you for listening.
Subscribe wherever you're listening.
Yeah, subscribe wherever you're at. Hopefully, those 2 people in Kenya are still going. I don't know. I haven't seen it get to 4 yet, so the challenge is still out there. We may have lost the people in India, but whatever. Oh well.
I didn't want them anyway. If
Yeah.
they weren't going to stick around, I didn't want them to begin with.
Keep telling your friends. Keep telling everyone. Help us spread the word. We're growing slowly but surely out there, so it's pretty cool. Like I said, we appreciate everything you guys do listening and everything. So
Here's the challenge of the week. Instagram. DM us
yeah.
about why Mello's a bitch the whole week,
Okay. Yeah. All right.
and we'll showcase the best responses.
Yeah. All right. That works.
Yep.
Yeah. Come up with something clever.
Yep.
As to why
Why you're
I
a huge
suck.
bitch.
Yeah. Why I'm a huge pussy. And outside of Mercury being in retrograde, and then we'll post them on our story. So until next time, everybody. Good night.